I would say I started my life in poverty. I grew up in quite an area that was hard done by, and me and my family didn't have that much money. I often observed loan sharks come to my house. I knew them by first name. I would sit and have a cup of tea with these loan sharks. I had a partner who was in jail when I was 15 years old. At school, I was known as the class clown. You'd often see me walking on my hands down the corridor or doing backflips down the corridor. These clown traits were often masking something deeper that was going on. I was bullied a lot in school for how I looked. People often said I looked like Gollum out of Lord of the Rings. I was taunted for how I looked. I just really wanted to fit in. Fast forward to when I was 19 years old. When I was 19, my mum said to me, Leanne, we don't have enough money to live. You're going to have to get a full-time job. I got a full-time job as a cleaner where I lived in the steelworks. I was just like, gosh, this is so dangerous. I want to protect these people. So I started studying. A health and safety qualification at the time. I would go from work 6 a.m. till 12 p.m. and then go study till 9 p.m. at night. Out of 12 people, little old Leanne, cleaner from the steelworks, she was the one who passed. There was only 3 people that passed that training. And then we're going to fast forward a few years later. I was applying for jobs to work in safety. I wanted to help all of these people, and eventually I got a job leading a site with over 800 people. 2 sites, one in the south and one in the north. And by the time I was 22, I was leading a safety strategy for a large multi-million pound business. For years, I was in this masculine hustle, drive, this push. I was a senior manager by the time I was 26. I was leading CapEx and OpEx budgets, multi-million pound businesses, leading businesses through the pandemic. I started to experience burnout. I ended up overweight. I was on beta blockers. I was on antidepressants. I was just consistently pushing harder. I would get performance reviews where my manager would be like, Leanne, you've overperformed. I'd be like, no, that's not good enough. Even though I had all of this success outside, deep within, there was just this feeling of unworthiness and a deep feeling that no matter what I did, it was never good enough. No matter how hard I pushed or how hard I tried, I would never be good enough. After being on beta blockers and antidepressants, I ended up taking a lower level role, and at the time I just wanted peace. That was because I was pushing so hard because I didn't feel good enough. That's when I started to experience a Kundalini awakening. I was walking down the beach, grounding my feet down the beach, and my heart all of a sudden just burst open with this love, this heart orgasm is the only way that I could describe it. And I had all of these tears just flooding down my face full of love. I knew that what was happening to me was not normal. I knew it wasn't normal. I knew it was mystical. What I was going through was a deep Kundalini awakening process. Shakti started to move through my body, and week on week, this new awareness of my own life experience, of the different things that I'd been through, which resulted in me feeling not good enough, which resulted in me feeling unworthy. And every time this energy moved through my body, I felt deeper and deeper connected to myself, to my body, more compassionate for my life experience, more compassionate for the things that I'd actually undercome, like growing up in poverty, emotionally unavailable parents. My dad passed away when I was younger, being bullied a lot, feeling like an outcast, just feeling so different from other people. I was at work and I was just I just can't do this anymore. I need to teach people what it is that I know about energy, about neuroscience, about the mind, about the impact of trauma, and help them to connect with themselves and help them to start to love themselves, because you are not this. I am not this body. I am not this physical vessel. I am something much, much bigger than that. When you're able to step into that, you have a whole different level of confidence and safety, knowing that you are always deeply held, that you are always deeply supported, and you can feel that. You can feel it in your body, and you can feel that in your vessel when you start to move all of them old stories that somebody else gave you about your worthiness. Now that is why I have created my business, to work with women who are going through the same things that I was going through. I am opening up the opportunity for women to work with me on a one-to-one basis. That will include 11 years of working for multi-million pound businesses, coaching, as well as connecting to your body, to your Shakti, to your feminine energy. You don't just have to choose between being a powerful woman and your body. You can have both. I quit my job, I bought assets, I moved into a castle, I'm about to move to Spain. None of this really makes logical sense, right? It makes spiritual sense. These are the parts of self that I'm going to teach women. Over the course of the next year, I'm going to have a few different offerings, which is my one-to-one work. I'm going to have Thrive, which is a model that I created for women to really connect with their body, to connect with themselves, which includes energy work, somatics, and all of these different things. I would love to bring you home. I would absolutely love to bring you home to your body, to your soul, to your spirit, and to be able to hold space for you to go through the incredible experience that I've gone through. Now, like when I just feel into my body, I just feel this bliss, this oneness, this ecstasy in every cell of my body, and that's just who we are. We are divine beings created by God, and every woman deserves to know and to feel that in every cell of her body. I've worked with a lot of teachers now, travelled the world, worked with different shamans, worked with different priestesses, trained with different yogi masters. All of these things that I've learned along the way, I bring to my containers, I bring to my one-to-one sessions with women. That's my story.